a little less optimistic about Joe Biden himself leading the charge as president, or Kamala Harris. And I'm sure they'll lead the charge on various things, but I don't imagine that they're going to be fighting for the kinds of changes that we want, that we've already had to push the centrist wing of the Democratic Party to budge and accommodate. There's evidence of this already. I mean, who's to say? But for one thing, I mean, I think that I think that Joe Biden himself has never demonstrated a faithful commitment to working class issues per se. That is, as I said before, contra the interests of the capitalist class. He's sort of a typical third way Democrat who seeks compromise between these two classes, which tends to favor, of course, the dominant class, which has the nickname the dominant class for a reason, dominates. So I don't feel super. I guess I don't feel super optimistic that Joe Biden's going to lead the charge on this. And I also think that, you're starting to see signs like, for example, one of his confidants, Ted Kaufman, did just say that, when we get in, the pantry is going to be bare, meaning that Trump is going to have run up the deficit and they're going to have to sort of impose austerity. I mean, I do think that you're seeing people in the Biden camp start to lay the groundwork for actually, running a really run-of-the-mill, really centrist administration that's probably going to be, austerity and privatization focused like many before it. So no, I don't feel like super enthusiastic about Joe Biden leading the charge. That said, do I want him to win? Absolutely. Are you kidding? Of course. And furthermore, I don't think that it's completely hopeless, because I do think that the movement piece is important. And I think that obviously we can see a Joe Biden presidency responding to movement pressure in a way that was not possible for a Trump presidency. Absolutely. And we have a movement that actually has some legs to it and some teeth. And I think that the purpose of, extra parliamentary organizing of all kinds is really to create political crises that people are forced to respond to regardless of their own political inclinations. And so for that reason, my lack of optimism about Joe Biden doesn't actually contravene my lack of optimism about where the movement is headed. Like, I still feel like we actually have a pretty decent shot to make our mark, but I don't think that we should take for granted that Joe Biden, and certainly not Kamala Harris, but I won't go into it, are going to be allies necessarily in that fight.
Thanks for watching and listening to the Nomiki Show. But remember to click like and subscribe on YouTube, and please share on social media. If you're not already a patron, please join us for as low as $5 a month on patreon.com/The Nomiki Show for early and special content. That investment makes a huge difference. We are not corporate media raking in the dough. It's really you guys that are keeping us going. So please consider being a patron. And to our current patrons, thank you so much. We are incredibly grateful to you. We also now have swag. So check us out on thenomikishow.com to get your mugs, your totes, and your stickers.